week feel excessively long?
I think it felt short.
I felt like a kick in the...
So, to soften the blow, we developed Frida Balls. All-day protection delivered to modern dads for those everyday love taps.
This is real.
Each pair of Frida Balls is equipped with a reinforced protective pouch to absorb the impact, and our patent-pending heirloom conservation technology, successfully adding branches to your family tree. If you or a loved one is feeling our pain, kid-proof your with our new men's underwear. Frida Balls. Protect your legacy. Yes, this is real.
And that's not the weirdest thing that was in the news yesterday. That's amazing to me. But yes, that is a real thing. Frida Balls. It's protective underwear for a man. And maybe America could use a protection, like a protective covering right now around a sensitive area. I have no idea what is going on. I have spent hours, and you know this, trying to decipher all the stuff that came out of Washington, D.C. yesterday. So I think we should jump into it. Welcome back, the Friday edition of That Podcast I Like. You know where we're starting, right?
Let's find out. One.
The big Kanye-Trump summit was yesterday, and it's hard to sum up all the crazy, but we're going to try.
I spent hours breaking down this audio and trying to decipher exactly what Kanye was talking about in the White House.
I love Hillary. I love everyone, right? But the campaign I'm with her just didn't make me feel as a guy that didn't get to see my dad all the time, like a guy that could play catch with his son. It was something about when I put this hat on, it made me feel like Superman.
I understand. That's crazy. You're confused already. I've spent hours breaking this down, and what I understand here, he's saying Hillary Clinton's I'm with her campaign didn't resonate with Kanye. That's why he supports President Trump. That one wasn't so hard, but then we move on.
The I-Plane 1. It's a hydrogen-powered airplane, and this is what our president should be flying in.
You have to go back and listen. 4 seconds in, you have to listen to how the president responds to this. Kanye's responses to me are starting to sound like a fifth grader all hyped up on a six-pack of Mountain Dew that you ask him to sit down and tell you about his week. Now listen to this again. Listen to the president when he's explaining the plane. It's like a fifth grader just showed him a drawing.
The I-Plane 1. It's a hydrogen-powered airplane, and this is what our president should be flying in.
Oh, it's fantastic. All right, then he continues.
So there's theories that there's infinite amounts of universe and there's alternate universe because time is a myth. All
right, now you're losing me. Now you're starting to go Carl Sagan on me there. All right, again.
So there's theories that there's infinite amounts of universe and there's alternate universe because time is a myth.
But that's not the crazy one. The crazy one happens clearly after he went behind the Oval Office with the president and had a safety meeting. Listen.
Would you build a trap door that if you mess up and you accidentally something happens, you fall and you end up next to the Unabomber?
It's if you put that together with his information.
Would you build a trap door that if you mess up and you accidentally something happens, you fall and you end up next to the Unabomber?
It sounds like your high buddy right next to you, making no sense whatsoever. And then he left the White House and the party continued.
He went to an Apple store in Georgetown and jumped on a table to give an impromptu keynote speech. If any other person in America did that, they'd be doing a 3-day in-house mandatory psych evaluation.
We have all been in line and have seen someone losing their mind over a $39 fee, let alone like jumping up on the counter. They automatically would be taken away in handcuffs. Oh, and speaking of other people partying in and around DC.
Several FBI employees have been recalled from half a dozen cities in Asia while the Inspector General examines allegations of parties with prostitutes.
How is anybody surprised by this? Isn't that how they sell military service to 18-year-old boys? I know some guys who signed up for military service because they had the chance to go to Asia and have those parties. When they recruited my dad's generation, I'm pretty sure that's how they sold it to them. Whether it's 2018 or 1918, it doesn't matter. They could have been doing this back in World War I. Hey there, pal. You want to do something swell for your country and make all the gals swoon? Join the doughboys on the front line of Europe and the world will be yours. Now, I know they have that mustard gas over there, but those French girls, boy, howdy. And speaking of parties, finally.
Police responded to the Applebees grill and bar outside Cleveland on Monday after a fight broke out over the use of confetti poppers at a gender reveal party in the restaurant.
How many stories do you think start with police were called to the local Applebees? It's got to be up there with a Waffle House. But okay, this was a gender reveal party. These things are getting out of hand, clearly.
The manager of the restaurant asked them not to use the confetti poppers inside the restaurant so they wouldn't interfere with other people's meals.
Sure.
So they set them off outside. And then when they were asked to clean it up, they started throwing menus and threatening to F up the hostess.
I shouldn't laugh at that, but come on. How much could you really had to drink at Applebee's? How big was the tab? I mean, you had to be really drunk to get that out of hand.
The group of 20 also allegedly failed to pay a bill of $31.81, which means it was probably $1 Long Island iced tea night at Applebee's again.
The only thing would have made it better if Kanye would have jumped up on the counter at Applebee's and did the gender reveal with them. All right, on that note, we are going to get out of here later today. You know, we have the other podcast, My Daily Beer, beer number 2 from Boulevard in the BLV R&D series. Do you know which one we're choosing this afternoon?
Today we're going to be drinking the Brute IPA.
Brute IPA. Be sure and check that out. And you can join us back here again Monday. Be sure to subscribe. You know we love you.
There's a lot of things affecting our mental health that makes us do crazy things that puts us back into that trap door called the 13th Amendment. I did say abolish with the hat on because why would you keep something around that's a trap door? If you're building a floor, the Constitution is the base of our industry, right? Of our country, of our company. Would you build a trap door that if you mess up, if you accidentally something happens, you fall and you end up next to the Unabomber, you gotta remove all that trap door out of the relationship. The 4 gentlemen that wrote the 13th Amendment, and I think the way the universe works, it's perfect. We don't have 13 floors, do we?